Hello everybody, how's it going? I am Celtic Reviews and I'm going to be debunking a video that I saw today um, from this YouTuber here. I'm not going to try to pronounce their name, I don't want to mispronounce it or butcher it in any sort of way. But what caught my attention with this video was the title, which is Black Ops 6 is in trouble, deceptive marketing lies, and hype. Now, I watched the video, and needless to say, I heavily disagree with everything that he's saying, and I feel like they are spreading false information and making this video without a lack of research or knowledge with Call of Duty. Now, let me put my perspective of my knowledge here. I've been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare back on the 360. That was my first Call of Duty. I've been playing them at launch ever since. I bought every single one at launch and played them a ton. And I've been through Call of Duty's ups and downs. And needless to say, Vanguard and Modern Warfare 3 have been some of the worst experiences I've had in terms of the Call of Duty, even though I still do jump into MW3 and play it, which is the gameplay you're seeing here is from MW3. You know, I do acknowledge this COD was not up to snuff, and same thing with Vanguard. Although I did enjoy Call of Duty Cold War, I do think Cold War was, it to me, is the best modern Call of Duty. But that's not the point of this video. I left a comment basically explaining my issues with this video, and he replied with points of him debunking my comment. Now, I'm going to go point by point with his comment here and basically debunk him. I am going to give my take on each point he gives. With each point, he does quote something I said in the comment, so I am going to say what he is debunking in my comment with the quote he left, and I am just going to go ahead and read what they put and debunk them. So the first point he put is, this was what I said in the comment section, you're going after COD for quote-unquote false advertising when that is a factual lie, which is, I viewed as true. We don't know what is true or false yet, but what this dude is basically trying to aim at Black Ops 6 for is he's basically trying to say that Black Ops 6 is marketing the game in a dark and gritty way, but the multiplayer won't be that way because of the skins. Right now, the marketing campaign for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is for the campaign. That's why I left that comment, because right now, the marketing push is for campaign. Multiplayer and zombies will not be marketed until near the end of August with the Call of Duty Next event. That is where they start pushing multiplayer. But right now, the main marketing focus is for the campaign. He replied to that, the comment of me saying you're going after COD for false advertising when that's a factual lie, by saying, he left the timestamp, so what do you make of this? Is Chopper a liar, or is Treyarch giving players false hope for multiplayer? The Voltage and skins immediately put the quote-unquote identity pursuit into question. Now, this whole statement is basically him going off of what Chopper said. Now, Chopper got invited to Treyarch to see Black Ops 6 early, and he basically asked him about the identity of Black Ops 6. And Treyarch basically responded with, we know what you're trying to ask, and basically that we want to make sure the game has the Black Ops feel to it. Basically, I'm kind of loose terming it, but basically that's what they said. Now, they didn't go into details. They didn't say, oh, we're going to remove bundles altogether, we're going to remove over-the-top shit altogether. I mean, they didn't say players like the over-the-top stuff, but they want to make it feel like Black Ops. Now, we don't know what that means. I'm going to give my guess on what they meant because there's not enough evidence to go on here. I do feel like they're still going to release over-the-top bundles. That is a definite. They're a moneymaker, and I don't mind them as much as this guy apparently fucking minds them, because apparently he despises them for whatever reason, even though they are optional, but we'll get to that in a bit. What I'm thinking is that they're talking about the gameplay style. If you ever played Black Ops, it feels completely different in comparison to any other Call of Duty. Like, in terms of, it has a different feel and vibe in comparison to Modern Warfare. And that's why, I guess to me, I gradually go towards Black Ops more than Modern Warfare. I actually prefer the Treyarch CODs over the Infinity War CODs. What I'm thinking that means is that they're going to go back to the Treyarch Black Ops feel with the gameplay and mechanics and multiplayer, and in the campaign, and in the zombies, which is fine. I don't think they mean like, oh, we're going to make not only the campaign gritty, but we're going to try to make the multiplayer dark and gritty and not be over the top at all. Which, you know, I'll get to that at the end of the video about my take on Call of Duty. But I think what they're talking about is going back to the gameplay style and feel from Black Ops. Because, I mean, if you played Modern Warfare 2019 and you played Cold War, you see those two games had a completely different feel to it. The movement and the gunplay and even the campaign vibes all had different feels to it. So I believe that's what Treyarch is trying to say. However, they could be talking about bundles. We don't know. They could say they would still be releasing over-the-top bundles, but make sure it fits within Black Ops. That is also something they could mean. Because the skins in the Vault Edition do feel like something that would be in a Treyarch game. Those skins are like something straight out of Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies. Which is fine. It is okay. I mean, it's okay to have over-the-top things in the multiplayer modes. But that's beside the point. That's the first point right there. His second point was him quoting me saying when I said nothing they showed was false. Basically, me stating that the marketing showed nothing false. It is marketing for they're marketing the campaign right now. He said, which is why I'm telling people he time-stepped, that leaks are part of the Call of Duty marketing at this point. Leaks are still hyping people up. Leaks aren't true yet. People put full faith in them being true because this leaker is a credible source, quote unquote. Now, I do agree with them here. People do rely way too much on leakers, rumors, whatever. This is why I usually wait for the studio to officially come out with an official post or official reveal for certain gameplay mechanics. That's why I wait. And that didn't really tackle my point that I was trying to make. My point I was trying to make was that the trailers they showed and everything that were marketing the campaign, like the TV trailer and the direct that was mostly focusing on the campaign, while also saying we'll be revealing more multiplayer stuff later on in the future near the COD Next event. They were not hiding anything. They were telling you literally everything in that direct about the campaign. As of right now, during this portion of the marketing push is aimed towards campaign. Which I believe the reason why they're doing this is because how weak MW3's campaign was, and they're trying to say we actually have an actual Call of Duty campaign in this COD. But no, I do agree with them. I do agree. Guys, stop listening to leakers. They have been known to not be that reliable. Just wait for the studio to do more reveals, or just wait for the game to be out and look at gameplay. That is the only thing I can say about that, really, is just wait. Okay, just wait. The next point is where he quoted me saying, all the marketing for BO6 has been for the campaign, not multiplayer, not zombies. Which is true. They did slight talks about the multiplayer zombies in the direct, but they were not as extensive or as in-depth as the campaign marketing. They try to combat that by saying, I doubt any of the video footage in the Truth Lies box TV will be in the campaign. But think what you want. The Truth Lies, in my opinion, is showcasing the game. Not once did they state it was campaign exclusive. I'll get to that in a bit. They are showcasing that the game will be set in the 90s with terrorism. The multiplayer maps will, of course, once again, like every other 20 Call of Duty games, we've bit off campaign locations, so you can continue acting like MP isn't connected to the campaign, or you can admit that you have a bias and that your bias is that you prefer silly skins in Call of Duty, for some reason, in parentheses. Okay, there's a lot to go over here. For one, since you want to insult me, which I didn't insult you in my comment, I just basically said that you were spreading false information, which you were. Anyone with a brainstem can see that the box trailer and the marketing has been geared towards the campaign. Every single Call of Duty does the dark and gritty marketing push for a campaign. In fact, a lot of the marketing push, trailers, etc., mostly focus on campaign footage and campaign in general. This is not an opinion, this is fact. The reason for this is that they can get so many cinematic shots from the campaign to hype up the trailer. That is a fact. The past marketing so far for BO6 has solely been focused on campaign. It has been like this for a while now, where when they inevitably push Call of Duty when it's announced, the marketing is campaign, then multiplayer, and then some of the zombies. And they'll do that. The multiplayer and zombies portion happens in August with the COD Next event. I thought that was obvious, but I guess not. Also, for some reason, you're saying that I have a bias. Yeah, I'm a Call of Duty fan, but I don't suck off every Call of Duty that comes out. I hated Vanguard. I disliked MW3. I hated Infinite Warfare. There's a lot of CODs I hate. I thought World War II was extremely disappointing. And because I like silly skins? Yeah, because multiplayer, isn't the whole point of Call of Duty multiplayer is to be fun, right? Fun and just a blast. What's wrong with having over-the-top fucking skins in Call of Duty? Like, when they're optional purchases, which, again, he does bring that up in a point, which I will get to, where I can debunk that as well. Even though I did agree with one point, but still. Yeah, I like the over-the-top skins. Big whoop. But, yeah, every Call of Duty, even Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, had maps based off the campaign. Who cares? As long as they're good maps, who cares? Who honestly gives a fuck? That's what I mean. Like, you're literally... This whole video seems like you kind of have this slight hate boner for Call of Duty for some odd reason. Right? But, dude, the marketing... It is a non-avoidable fact that the marketing has been mostly focusing on the campaign. Like, literally, you can tell it's focused on the campaign. But whatever, I guess. I mean, you can be oblivious to that all you want to push your narrative, but it is factual that as of right now, the BO6 marketing is focused on campaign. Literally, the multiplayer stuff happens in August. That's where they do the COD Next event, where they go over multiplayer details, and that's when they drop the beta. That is the multiplayer marketing push. Next point. Quote unquote, Black Ops 6 has been in active development for 4 years. That is not a lie. That is also factual, which it is. That's something I left in this comment section, which I do have evidence. I have receipts, unlike what you did, to back up my claims for this. But let's see what you said. Really? Well, since you're giving me shit about, quote unquote, but Treyarch never said so, then where have Treyarch confirmed they have spent 4 years on BO6? My point was that they have not said anything. Leaks have said that there is a BO7, and that you should be cautious in case BO7 takes away dev time from BO6, just like what we saw with MW2. It's a warning, not a fact. Now, you were telling people to not listen to rumors, but yet here you are pushing for a rumor. And here's the thing, I looked this up to see if there was any rumors about BO7. There is none. You can look up Black Ops 7 right now and nothing really comes up. There has been no rumor, no leak, no nothing of a BO7 being in active development as of right now. However, if you just type in how long was BO6 in development, you will see a ton of articles where people at Treyarch have confirmed, and here's just one little snippet right here, that Black Ops 6 was in active development since 2020 after Cold War's release. In 4 years, this game has been in active development. There is your receipt. There is your evidence right there. Someone at Treyarch said BO6 has been in development for 4 years. 4 years. That is what I'm saying. Do research before you do videos like this, man. You're telling people that, oh, they're building up hype because of rumors and leaks, when one of your points is literally based off a rumor or leak that I couldn't even find evidence of, or even a lick of anyone talking about it. Just you. Like, you were the only one bringing up, well, there's a rumor that they split development time between BO6 and BO7. And then you went off in this tangent about, oh, well, there's a rumor that Sledgehammer went to Activision about a Call of Duty game and they were turned down. Again, nothing was confirmed. That is a rumor. What I showed you about BO6 being in development for 4 years is a fact. That is a fact. Last point he brought up was the microtransactions are not a problem in Call of Duty. Who cares if they're over the top? They are optional. That is what I said. And that is me in my perspective. I don't view the bundles. You know what? I'm just going to say what he says and I'll say what I need to say. He replied, stop with this quote unquote, they're optional lies. Okay. Like for someone that says, quote unquote, you have been spreading false information in this video, you'd expect to not be doing it yourself. It's wild how you ignore a timestamp and spell, quote unquote, they are optional when they are factually not. Okay. You have to see everyone else's uncanny skins on the multiplayer maps that are set in a specific era, in parentheses, 1990s and BO6. That is not an option, which is why I have been requesting for the option to not see other people's silly skins using a cosmetic filter. Again, as I stated, listen to what people are saying and you won't come off as a tone-deaf dumbass. Ooh, insults now, are we? Okay. First off, the purchases of these bundles are completely fucking optional. I don't know where your brain was when you said that, but it was obvious I was talking about the purchasing of bundles are completely optional. You are now lying. That is a lie. The bundles are optional. The game does not hold you at gunpoint when you open Call of Duty and force you. It's not like as soon as you open Call of Duty, a gun comes out your screen. Activision is like, hey, in order to even play your game, you have to buy a bundle. If you don't buy a bundle, you can't play Call of Duty. They're not doing that. They'll advertise some of the bundles when you open it, but you can just dismiss the message and just play Call of Duty. Hey, did you know that you can also play Call of Duty without buying skins? Isn't that fucking mind-blowing? It's fucking crazy, right? It's insane that you can play Call of Duty without buying a bundle. Well, Jesus fucking Christ, wow. It's almost fucking mind-blowing. It's been like that since they introduced bundles in Modern Warfare 2019. These bundles are completely fucking optional. You do not have to buy them in order to even play Call of Duty. And so what if they're in the fucking game, dude? Who cares? It is the multiplayer portion of Call of fucking Duty. You were talking about fucking immersion in your video. I'm sorry, but the immersion's in the campaign. You played the campaign for the immersion. You play multiplayer for the dumbass shit you can do and the fun matches you can have, and it's not really immersive. It's a arena shooter, a first-person arena shooter, PvP. That's what it is. By your logic, you should be going after Rainbow Six Siege. Because you can be Pickle Rick in fucking Rainbow Six Siege. You can be The Undertaker in Rainbow Six Siege. But you're mostly targeting Call of Duty. In fact, isn't Rainbow Six Siege meant to be a realistic tactical PvP shooter? But they have over-the-top skins. Hell, they did a Resident Evil collab. They did Rick and Morty collab. What is wrong with having fun in a multiplayer portion of the game? Who cares if you can run around and shoot people with a gun that turns people into Cheech and Chong joints? Who cares that you can buy a Fallout bundle and turn them into radioactive goop? It's fun. It's fun. Isn't that the whole point of the multiplayer portion of games, is to have fun and be competitive? So what if you can buy over-the-top bundles? It doesn't ruin the fucking experience. None of these bundles are pay to win. None of these bundles affect gameplay. They are just cosmetic bundles that you can optionally purchase. They do not force you. They do not make you. They are completely optional. Who cares? Who honestly gives a fuck if they add bundles? What, is Black Ops 6 going to be ruined because they add bundles to the multiplayer experience? No. Absolutely not, man. As long as these over-the-top skins don't go into campaign, it's fine, because the campaign is where the dark and gritty and immersive experience is. See, if you put an anime Uwu skin or a fucking Cheech and Chong skin in campaign, then yeah, I would get your point. That would ruin the immersion. But in multiplayer, before you say, well, the old Call of Duties, bro, in the old Call of Duties, I can dolphin dive 360, quick scope, and get a headshot. I don't believe troops in the military were doing that shit. I don't believe that's immersive gameplay. You were diving out a window doing a 360 fucking quick scope. The Call of Duty multiplayer experience has never been really immersive or realistic. It's always been fun and fast-paced and over the top at times. That was the fun. So again, what is wrong with adding bundles? Dude, you did spread false information in your video. Your video was a very interesting watch, to say the least. I did my portion. I just wanted to express my opinion, and it seems like you turned to insults instead of having an adult conversation with me. So, I hope you have a great day, man. No ill will, even though you took to call me a dumbass for no reason. Before you do a video, man, do your research. I'll be leaving a link as well to the 4-year development confirmation in the link down below that you can read yourself, because it is from somebody at Treyarch who said it. So it is official. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you guys next time.